الدور الذي يلعبه الحوثيين في محور المقاومة هو
The role that is played by the Houthis in the resistance axis is the same as the role that others take on in the axis, but to a slightly lesser degree. The Houthis do not belong to Iran like other Shiite militias do in Iraq or Hezbollah in Lebanon, but they are an ally of Iran. The Houthis are interested in Palestine and the Palestinian cause with no connection to the axis of resistance. The Houthis' involvement in the conflict is due to the ideology that from their establishment 2 decades ago considers the US and Israel its main enemies. They used the October 7th attacks and the Israeli bombardment that followed as an opportunity to raise themselves on the international stage. We should pay attention that the Houthis do not respond to Iranian directions, which means that the Houthis will not be committed to any agreement reached between Iran, the US, and Israel like other Shiite militias in the region may be.
مساندة الحوثيين لحماس وللقضية الفلسطينية بعد عملية 7 أكتوبر.
The Houthis supported Hamas and the Palestinian cause after October 7th by attacking ships in the Bab el-Mandeb Strait and in the Red Sea, the ships going towards Israel, attacking British and Israeli ships or American ships, or targeting Israel directly is part of the goal of the Houthis. The first level of that goal is to design the group as a major actor in the international arena, and they hope that the role that they are playing now will force the UK and Americans to recognize them as a legitimate government in Yemen in the future at the expense of the internationally recognized government. And they are putting 2 choices in front of the world. Either recognize us as a legitimate authority in Yemen and grant us a seat at the UN, or we will keep remaining a rebel group like you're pushing us to be right now, in the Red Sea and against maritime trade. I believe the international community is more clever than falling for their plan, though, because even after recognizing the Houthis, they know that the group will keep doing what they have been doing. Part 2 of their goal is to export their internal crisis in Yemen, because they are incapable of giving services to their own people. Before October 7th, the parts under their rule were supposed to witness a rebellion, and their involvement in the crisis, backing the Palestinian cause, postponed internal strife. The third part of their plan is not only to garner support of the Arab world, but also gain support at the international level. We've seen Houthi banners raised in places like the US, encouraging the Houthis to expand their sphere of influence.